What's up, my friends? Welcome to New View Tech Review. My name is David Gelly, and today we are reviewing the Galaxy Note 10 Plus that pretty much everybody else has already reviewed by now. But let's get to it anyway. What's that smell? Crap. Ah, Jeff. I thought you got rid of all the Note 7s.
Nah,
Why would you do that? You know what these things are capable of.
I'm extremely nervous right now, sir.
Well, you should be. You know what happened last year, and the year before that.
Oh boy, it's hotter than blue blazes in here.
Yeah, you're right. It is hot in here, and it's getting kind of smoky, so we should probably get this thing outside real quick, okay?
Sir,
What?
can I use the restroom?
Jeff, my friend, are you being serious right now?
Yeah,
No, Jeff. No. Okay, one thing I will admit, and something that I've always admired about you, is that you're never afraid to ask a question, no matter how stupid it might be. You live in the moment, and I feel like I could benefit from that, and I feel like most of us probably could. You're a good guy, Jeff. What were we talking about again? This year, Samsung gives us a boxier and bigger design. The 10 Plus stands 6.3 inches tall, 3 inches wide, is 7.9 millimeters thick, and weighs 6.91 ounces. It's definitely not an easy phone to fit into your pocket due to its size, but at the same time, the large size is what makes the Note series so fun to use. On the left side, we find the volume rocker and Bixby/power button, and on the right, for the first time, nothing. Samsung did end up surprising me though, and made the Bixby button remappable in multiple ways. By default, holding down the Bixby button triggers Bixby, but in settings you can remap this to trigger the power off menu. You can also remap it for a secondary function such as opening other apps by double-clicking. The 10 Plus as well as the S Pen is IP68 water and dust resistant and can survive in depths of 5 feet of water for about 30 minutes. Flipping to the bottom, we find the S Pen, the external speaker, a Type-C port, and sadly, Samsung parted ways with the headphone jack. Rest in peace. The Note 10 Plus will come in 4 different colors: Aura Glow, Aura Black, Aura White, and Aura Blue. At this point in 2019, I feel like it goes without saying, but the display is as beautiful as ever with its 6.8-inch Quad HD Plus Dynamic AMOLED Infinity O display with a PPI of 498. Colors are vibrant and text is clean and sharp. Just be sure to switch the display to QHD in the settings since it doesn't come active by default. And as you can see, the camera cutout at the top is now centered, unlike its cousin, the S10 Plus. I'm not really sure why they changed its placement, but I think it looks good either way. Performance is solid with its Snapdragon 855 CPU and 12 GB of RAM. I have yet to encounter any lagging or stutters since I first started testing it out a few weeks ago. Powering the device is a massive 4,300 mAh battery, which on average has given me about 2 days of moderate usage before needing a charge. This thing is a beast. Now, as for storage, the base model comes with 256 GB of internal storage with SD card expansion of up to 1 TB, so you're definitely covered there. Now, the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, for me, has been pretty mediocre at best. It does seem to be slightly faster than the S10 Plus, but it's still hard to locate when trying to unlock the phone. Though I did realize that if you activate the always-on display, then it continuously shows the scanner location, making it so much easier to use. Oh, and how could I possibly forget about the S Pen Air Actions, which allows you to use the S Pen to turn up the volume while watching videos or listening to music, switch between front and back cameras, zoom up, zoom up, nope, oh, zoom up, oh, there we go. You get the idea. Kind of fun, but also gimmicky and not practical. Cameras are of course top-notch as we'd expect from Samsung, but before we get to some samples, let's go over the specs. On the back, starting at the top, we have a 16 megapixel ultra-wide f2.2 lens, a 12 megapixel wide-angle dual aperture f1.5 and f2.4 lens, a 12 megapixel telephoto f2.1 lens, and over to the right we have two smaller sensors that are for depth vision, which I would assume is just for a bokeh effect. Flipping over to the front, we find a 10 megapixel f2.2 dual pixel autofocus front facing camera. Alright guys, now let's get to those samples. As you can probably see, colors are vibrant, images crisp, and exposure insanely good. Let's go back to this photo quick, and I want you to pay attention to the detail and exposure captured here. The sky isn't overexposed, and the details of the kids aren't underexposed. The fact that the sky isn't blown out or the kids turned completely to shadows just blows my mind. Maybe it's just me, but I was amazed by how well this camera did in this specific lighting situation. Keep it up, Samsung. Keep it up. Now, moving on over to audio. As I mentioned before, Samsung finally ended up ditching the headphone jack. However, they do provide us with the same amazing AKG headphones as usual, only now with a Type-C connector. Stereo speakers are present on the 10 Plus, though I found them to be slightly tinny and kind of hollow. The top speaker, which I can't really even seem to find, barely outputs anything substantial, and the bottom speaker, though loud, seems to be the biggest culprit of the hollow, boxy sound that I'm hearing. Alright, with all that being said, which one should you get? The Note 10 or the Note 10 Plus? Well, the Note 10 is priced at $950 versus $1,100 on the Plus, a 1080p display versus a Quad HD, 8 versus 12 gigabytes of RAM, no expandable storage versus expandable storage, a smaller size and battery versus a larger size and battery. Personally, I feel that if you're already spending close to $1,000 anyway, why not just go all out and get the Note 10 Plus, especially if you don't mind the larger form factor. Alright ladies and gents, that's all I had for you today. Be sure to click one of the next two videos right over here to keep watching. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you over in the next one. Come on, don't be shy. Let's go. Let's go. Want me to hold your hand? I'll do it.